Let's see if the bashing is gonna be as bad as it was a minute ago. This is what happens when you're trying to make videos and the roof is being repaired. There's some big stomping going on, lots of dropping, lots of stuff. So I apologize for the noise, but I take it as a sign of protection. The roof in this building was leaking really badly last winter, so I'm glad that it's being repaired so that we don't have those troubles again this year, and we stay warmer. That'll be great. So anyway, hi, I hope you're well. I am making this video because I've been inspired a little bit by, what's her name? Create Sparkles Studio. I'm just thinking about it. Yeah, Create Sparkles Studio. She made a video recently that I just saw where she was talking about YouTube advice and kind of being baffled and confused by it, because there is this sort of, well, niche now of people starting YouTube channels who are in their 40s. Therefore, we're not editing, we're just doing these one-take talking head videos, exactly what I'm doing at the moment. And that's supposed to be great, and we're supposed to be offering something, life experience, advice, insight, I suppose is the better word. But she was talking about how there's a lot of these videos that ultimately say the same things, as in, keep it simple with the editing. If you're going to edit anything, it's just very minor. Thumbnails need to be reasonably nice. Regular uploading, that needs to happen. And there's, a few other pieces of advice out there, but those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head because I didn't write anything down. So the thing of it is it's hard to know what to discuss because small creators are so dependent on their audience for inspiration, for direction, right? Because a lot of times you just take for granted the things that you know, like even practical things, like things that you just know how to do from your life experience. It's easy to forget that somebody else out there might want to know that, but at the same time, you don't want to talk down to people and be like, this is how you do this simple task. Like, you don't want to be making videos that people are like, yeah, thanks, I already knew how to do that, tips, awesome, right? Like, but at the same time, you want to be helpful to people out there who might be needing a hand with something, right? Like, it's like you're trying to throw things at the wall and hope that they stick when you're not getting a response, you're not getting enough views, you're not getting comments. If you're somebody like me, I don't get a lot of views, I don't get a lot of comments, I get even fewer comments than I do views. And I don't really understand why that is. I try and be as conversational as I can be and approachable so that if somebody wants to interact with me / my video, they're welcome to do that. I take it as a kind of divine protection in a way that I don't get a ton of communication because I'm not being told all kinds of mean things by random people on the internet, which is nice. Nobody enjoys being trolled or, having somebody say something judgmental just because they're having a bad day. You know, like, I don't get that, which is fine. I'm not complaining about that, but I do know that I need guidance and direction from anybody who would consider themselves part of this community. It's just, I guess, a pain point for me because it's no small task to not just make videos like this where you're sitting here and you're talking away hoping that somebody watches and you're not just talking to a phone. You're having to do this a lot, right? Like, you have to upload regularly. So that means when you upload a video and you give it a day or two to see kind of what happens with it, and like nothing happens with it and nobody's seeing it, and you know, it's easy to get super down about what you produced. And when nobody is engaging with it, you don't have that insight to improve, and to give people what they need, because you don't know what they need because they're not telling you, and you're just trying to mind read without the comments, without the interactions. You're just trying to be a mind reader. I know that I am, and I don't want to do that. I want to give people what they need, obviously. At the same time, I am just learning. So there's some stuff that I could show people how to do. I just don't have much talent at all with camera skills. I would need more equipment for some stuff. And I don't necessarily want to invest in that equipment if nobody is going to watch, right? Like, that's the struggle. And anyway, it feels like, for me, standing naked on a stage in front of the whole world and having to do that multiple times a week, you know, with the other content that I make as well. You know, it's really hard to be in a place where you're able to do that, in the face of nobody's paying attention. I guess I'm not that important after all. I guess what I've been being told all my life by society and by family and friends is that, oh, you're fine, you're just not that important. Right? That's a shitty headspace to be in if you're trying to be a content creator. It's a horrible place to be. You don't ever want to stay there. You don't ever want to get there, because that's when you quit, because you're feeling so like trash about yourself and what you're doing. And in my case, I'm stressed about it because I know that I can't do my job forever. In case you didn't know, I'm a cook/baker. That's what I do. That's my employable skill that I have. It's very physical work. It's very demanding work. You're on your feet all the time. And normally that's okay. But last April, I fell down some stairs and broke my ankle, and I needed a surgery to repair it. And even though it's now December, I still feel the ramifications of that injury. It is going to be a chronic issue now for the rest of my life. I know that, I can tell. And I'm not complaining. I'm glad that I can be back at work in the capacity that I can, but I also know that I can't be a baker for the rest of my working life. I'm only 43. I cannot do this for another 20 plus years. No, not a chance. It's much too painful. If I work 2 8-hour shifts in a row, I have to lay down for a day to recover because I hurt that badly. So I need to earn money in ways that are not so physical. And that's why I'm going for this life. 10:10 on the timer, nice. That's why I'm trying to be more involved in the content creation space, is so that I can support myself in a sustainable way, because this that I'm doing right now is not sustainable at all in the long term. So, you know, that's my story, and hopefully you see this part of the video, because not very many people watch all the way through. So that's that. I'll see you later.